Wanadhani asibongo lala.
Tumejamu sijifanye uja notice.
Wanadhani asibongo lala.
Tumejamu sijifanye uja notice.
Wambie punde imechoka sana.
Tumejamu sijifanye uja notice.
Wambie punde imechoka sana.
Tumejamu sijifanye uja notice.
Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready.
Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum.
Anachukua pesa kwa vijana ambao wanafanya kwa Muhindi, ambao wanaumia kazi kila siku. Mimi nataka niwaambie hivi tukiwa vijana. This is the beginning of a youth for youth movement. And we are saying this. We are not too young to lead. The young people of this country can lead. We are not too young to lead. Kutoka saa hii.
Kiongozi wa chama cha Inject Morara Kebaso ameonya serikali dhidi ya njama yoyote ya kuiba kura kwenye uchaguzi mkuu ujao wa mwaka 2027. Kebaso alizungumza kwenye uzinduzi wa vuguvugu la vijana maarufu kama Not Too Young to Lead leo mchana hapa jijini Nairobi. Amesema kuwa kiongozi yeyote atakayeiba kura atakamatwa na vijana na kufikishwa mahakamani kufunguliwa mashtaka. Na kama mwanahabari wetu David Mudhoka anavyoripoti ni kwamba Kebaso na viongozi wengine chipukizi kama vile Morara wameshikilia kuwa Rais William Ruto ni rais wa mhula mmoja, huku wakiwarai wa Kenya na hasa vijana kuwaunga mkono na kuwapa nafasi ya kuongoza nchi.
Mbio za Ikulu za mwaka 2027 zinazidi kupamba moto. Kiongozi wa Inject Morara Kebaso na viongozi wengine chipukizi walio kwenye muungano wa Prison Break akiwemo Morara wamejitosa kwenye ulingo kirasmi kwa kuzindua vuguvugu wanaloliita Not Too Young to Lead.
Lazima tuungane vile tumeona hao politicians wazee wameungana. Tusipoungana watatuangamiza.
Wawili hao wamemsuta Rais William Ruto huku wakiwarai wa Kenya kuungana nao kumpeleka nyumbani itakapofika Agosti mwaka 2027.
Zakayo ashuke asishuke? Ashuke asishuke? Semeni one time.
Viongozi hao wakishikilia kuwa Rais Ruto ni rais wa muhula mmoja, huku wakionya serikali dhidi ya njama yoyote ya kuiba kura kwenye uchaguzi ujao.
Mimi nataka nitazame televisheni na nimwahidi Mheshimiwa William Ruto, mukijaribu kuiba kura 2027, sisi kama vijana wa Kenya bila usaidizi wa polisi tutawashika sisi wenyewe na tutawapeleka kotini.
Aliyekuwa naibu rais Rigathi Gachagua ambaye sasa ndiye kiongozi wa chama cha Democracy for the Citizens DCP aidha amesutwa.
Nilisikia mwingine akisema ati watafanya vile walifanya 2007 kwa sababu wamezoea kupiganisha vijana. Mimi nataka niwaambie hivi, in 2027 hakuna kijana atapiganishwa na mwingine.
Vinara wenzake kwenye muungano wa upinzani Kalonzo Musyoka, Fred Matiang'i na Martha Karua hawakusazwa pia. Morara na Kasmul wameahidi kuwachukulia hatua kali viongozi hao wote pindi tu watakapochukua usukani wa serikali.
Mimi nimekuja kuwaomba ruhusa. Munipe nafasi niwe rais wa nchi ya Kenya. Sina pesa ya kuwapatia, lakini mkinipatia nafasi, on day one nitashika hao wezi wote na nitawaeka jela.
Na baada ya kuzindua vuguvugu la vijana, viongozi Morara Kebaso na Morara sasa wana kibarua cha kuzunguka taifa nzima kushawishi vijana wenzao kujiunga nao.
I may not say a lot about Wamunyora's party lounge, but I will say this. Rigathi Gachagua will never be an option for us, no matter how much he contributes to this revolution. Nope.
Kama kuna kitu waheshimiwa hii Kenya wanafurahianga ni kuona hivi. Unaona hivi? Ufurahia sana wakiona hii kitu. Sijui inakuanga imewabambaje. Juzi tu jenzi walikuwa wanapigana hapa hivi na hakuna mtu alikuwa anajua yeye ni wa kabila gani, wewe ni Mkikuyu, wewe ni nani. Na saa hii wanataka kutupisha hapa ile story ya 2007 Majamaa. Tuwe na hii. Hii Kenya ni moja na Kenya ni home.
Nikisema harambee unasema inject. Harambee! Harambee! Harambee!
Kama kuna kijana anasimama MP, kama kuna dema anasimama women rep, make sure mnamka asubuhi mwendo mnamvotia usio. Tuko sawa, bro. Event yote, it's all about.
Yes, so man is a big blessing. Tumetembelewa na Urezo fulani ya studio. Of course, Segabo himself, President Mr. Morara Kebaso.
Wananisha Segabo.
Segabo.
Ordinary all the time.
God bless you. The sixth guys, the sixth.
Let me tell you why it has not been easy to build a youth movement that can challenge the corrupt government and the corrupt opposition. Kwa sababu sasa hivi vile mnaona, we have a very corrupt government under William Ruto, but we also have a very corrupt opposition who, even if you remove the corrupt government and put the corrupt opposition, you've not changed anything. And there's been this desire kwamba tujenge kitu hapa katikati, which is a youth movement that can challenge both the corrupt government and the corrupt opposition. The reason it has not been easy is because most of the vocal voices among the youth wanachukuliwa kama mwewe. When a youth comes up na anakuwa vocal, even if it is on social media or even on TV or anywhere, na anaonekana huyu youth kuna vile akona confidence, akona good political experience, maybe amefanya siasa kidogo, even if it is student politics, wanachukuliwa na the legendary political parties kama mwewe. So unapata wengine wameenda ODM, wengine wamechukuliwa wameenda Jubilee, wengine civil society na NGOs wamechukua. So you find at the center here, it's not easy to build a youth movement because some of the youth you want to work with, wengine wako ODM, wengine wako Jubilee, wengine wako UDA. So mkikaa hapa, ukisema Raila alifanya ABCD, kesho akuji mkutano. Ukisema Matiang'i did ABCD, kesho huyo pia hatakuja mkutano. Ukisema Gachagua maybe probably alikula kwa Wamboi Karandi Road ama Sagana River Restoration Project, huyo pia next time pia yeye hatakuja mkutano kwa sababu anaenda naambiwa na wakubwa wake, unakaa hapo na mtu anapinga party leader wako. Mwingine ukisema labda Kalonzo na Seikuru airstrip, kesho pia hatakuja mkutano. So you find most of the youth leaders and the young leaders who are, very visionary, wenye tunaweza build movement nao hapa katikati, most of them are actually attached to political masters. Na hiyo ni capture, yani the capture of the youth. The other problem is some of the youth, and actually let's just say most of the youth, hawana economic power. And politics is very expensive, extremely expensive. So unapata wako na rent ya kulipa, wako na bills za kulipa, mwingine ameshapata mtoto, wako na mtoto wa kulipia shule, they need to eat, they need to dress. So sometimes these political parties and political godfathers ndo wanawalisha, ndo wanawalipia rent. So pia again huwezi wa pull from there. That's why it's been very lonely at the center kuweza kubuild something here at the center. Hata watu wa civil society wenye wanashindanga wakisema Morara is a project, they are paid to do that. Some of them even meet me na wananiambia Morara sisi hatuna ubaya kabisa, we are paid well to say you are a project. So since we are paid, hakuna kitu tunaweza fanya juu lazima tulipe bill. So that's why it has been very difficult to build a youth movement. Basi ati haiwezekani, it's just that it is difficult, but it can be done through consistency and consistency and consistency. So bear with me. Let's build this thing slowly but surely, but in the end, it will work.
We've been having a very serious discussion about leadership in our country. And the question at the moment is this the Gen Z who is supposed to lead or the older generation? Yesterday I was in a meeting where there was even an argument between the Gen Zs and the millennials and who did what, who did not do what. It is not who did what, who did not do what. The question is, if you want to be a leader, do you have what it takes to be a leader? And I believe that leadership is not given. Leadership is taken. There should be a competitive competition where Gen X, Bloomers, Millennial, and the Gen Zs go to the ballot and they choose whomsoever they want. You can't be given leadership because you are young. So the conclusion, therefore, should be, if you think you deserve to be a leader, do you have the skill, the skill set, that is the skill set? Do you have the capacity? Do you have the knowledge? Do you know the know-how? Do you have leadership skills that are required for you to be a leader? Not because of your age. It's because you are a Gen Z and the Bloomers have been leading for the longest, so you deserve to be given a chance. No chance in leadership, my friends. Leadership is not given. You cannot be given permission to be a leader because of your age. Go to the field, fight. The winner takes it all. That is democracy. Simple. So hii nonsense, eti hii generation wasimame, outdated.
Ulizeni na siku baya, hao ndo watu wanafaa kupeleka our country to the next level, matters technology. Ando wanafaa kufunza watoto wetu AI.
Yes, hata umeona hiyo Gachagua, hiyo chama ya Gachagua DCP, unaona kuna mahali kuna mambo ya mayuta hapo. Umeangalia ukaona kuna mahali ya mayuta. Hakuna mambo ya mayuta. Hao wazee wako after matumbo zao. So hii Kenya sijui tutafanya aje. To seek political asylum, tuende tu sisi wote. Kuna wale umeona mambo ya mayut. Si pia wewe umeona mayut wenye tuliacha ati wakitutetea, si pia wao unaona pia wao wanajiunga na wao. Kuna mahali kuna wazee Gachagua the river between. Lakini hapa penye niko ni kusmart watu wangu. Unaona manze, kusmart.
My name is James from Homa Bay. Kindly ask Morara that if he is not with the government, what was he doing in Ruto's rally?
There is a photo that is doing rounds on social media, and because I intend to be an honest and accountable leader, I don't intend to lie or to repeat the mistakes of the leaders that we have in government today, who lie and deny everything, actually, even what we can see. Indeed, it is true that several years ago I participated in a rally where William Ruto was present. It was not even a rally, it was actually a launch of a project, a water project in Kegati in Kisii, which I was involved in.
When was that?
I think it was in about 3 years ago, if not 2 years
2022.
ago. Yep, thereabout. Now, at that time, one, had participated in the project, and secondly, all right, I had not yet understood the government of William Ruto because it was new. I had not seen it kill Gen Zs at that point. I had not seen the deterioration of the economy at that point. I was hopeful like every other Kenyan. Remember, 7.1 million people voted for William Ruto. I am one of them that voted for William Ruto, the 7.1 million of us. Now, it cannot be a disqualification for leadership that if you voted, if you are among the 7.1 million people that voted or even participated or attended a Ruto rally, then you cannot aspire for leadership. All of us are disappointed, and it's okay to be disappointed, because at that point in time, we thought then probably he has sold us a promise. You see, William Ruto sold a promise. He sold a promise to the extent that people are willing to forget his ills, to forget the corruption scandals he had participated in, and try and buy into this promise that he was promising. So when he has been unable to deliver, that is when we went to the streets. Even the Gen Zs did not go to demonstrate in 2022. They didn't go to demonstrate in 2023. They went to demonstrate in 2024 when it became unbearable. Therefore, anything ya huko nyuma, wachana nayo. It's like saying I cannot marry because I have a baby mama.
So that's an old photo of you.
It's a very old photo. It's a very old photo, and I'm not the only leader or aspiring leader who has ever met President William Ruto. Every single other person, Raila has a photo with William Ruto. Rigathi Gachagua, who some people support, has a photo, not just a photo, he's been with William Ruto through and through.
Okay.
Matiang'i has a photo with William Ruto. Several of them with William Ruto. In fact, before William Ruto left, he met Kina Matiang'i.
Okay.
Linturi has a photo with William Ruto. Bedan Muturi has a photo with William Ruto. Martha Karua has a photo with William Ruto. Kasmuel Makore has a photo with William Ruto. Arnold Maliba has a photo with William Ruto.
Emmanuel To has a photo with
Emmanuel To has a photo with William Ruto. So if you are killing me forever being in the same picture frame with William Ruto, then begin with these ones.
Do you believe in what Morara does, bro? Like Morara?
Me, I'm a big fan of Morara, bro. Nimemtumia the 10,000 3 days ago. Yeah.
Say sorry ya kurefund.
Kurefund as a refund, say.
The Sagana River Restoration Project. It was worth 1.1 billion shillings. This project was given to a company called Baran International and Gashagua's company, which is called Machine Center Limited. Gachagua was paid. The director is Gashagua's PA and CDF manager. It's called Wahome. He was paid 443 million. And the project stalled. And now we are looking at Gachagua as a future. How can he be the future how can we be jumping from the frying pan
straight into the fire?
To the fire.
Now, sensitive was the Gachagua himself. For the last 2 years when he was in power, he didn't carry himself in a pleasant way that would appeal to most members to support him. He was a bit too abrasive. His language was a bit too off-key. His conduct was sometimes off the radar. I feel, this is my take. Because, I also try to talk to members and telling them, please support us, don't impeach Gachagua. And they will say, no, he called me this name.
Okay.
He treated me this way. I went to his reception, he refused to see me. He came to my constituency, he didn't even greet me, So he also added some catalysm. He catalyzed the process of impeaching himself. In as much as we advocate for our mountain issues, we also have to be sensitive to other people.
Do you think Rigathi agrees with you on this?
He doesn't have to necessarily agree with me.
Because now,
but if it's a fact,
like you
it's
said
a fact.
earlier,
you're talking about at youth wanaweza. Babu huyu alianza akiwa na miaka ngapi? And today is the best performing MP. Kama babu wanaweza, kwani sisi hatuwezi? Inatakana tuanze kujiuliza, unajua kitu iko ni vile hao wasee wamezoea. I remember Mo Ibrahim telling us something on the panel and saying, someone is 84 and he wants to lead us where? To the grave.
What Wakili is saying, that is the way.
You agree to it?
I agree.
You've taken your time to...
Yes, I've read it.
Actually, we have done this mathematics here.
You're convinced?
Yeah.
Yes, because in is a specific period of time. Okay. In. So in the 5th year, it says here, section 136(2)(a), being the second Tuesday in August in every 5th year. In every 5th. It's not at the end of... You finish 5 years and then you now do an election. It says in the second Tuesday. So the 5th year is between, we were doing our calculations here, 9th of August 2026 to 8th of August 2026.
And you want to say that the last day of the 5th year cannot be in?
No, but it's specific.
The first, second
Tuesday
of August.
All right. So this one falls on 2026.
That's correct. You see, because the 5th year runs, it's not it's not a calendar year, January to December. It is, it cuts across August 26th to August 27th. So within there, that is the 5th year. So within, and if we understand the meaning of the term in, it is in that time of between that August to the other August of 2027.
Okay.
Is when the election must take place.
We're not coming to the streets because there's anyone who wants your job really. We're coming to the streets because it's scary that you are in office.
It is.
You told Uhuru, usiue watoto wangu. And then you've sent your cops to watoto wa wengine.
Yeah.
The God you serve will visit you.
That's true.
Very well. You told people, hii government ni ya mwananchi. Mwananchi has the chance to fire and to hire. And then here you are, killing mwananchi, threatening mwananchi, abducting children. You know, you're fighting with kids. Presidents have fought big things by the way.
But you're fighting with children.
You're fighting with the children of the nation.
Yeah.
These things should call you to reflect and talk to your advisors like a man. Say it with your chest. Guys, can we find a solution?
Someone is saying that Raila should not be touched. This is the first person that should go home. Raila worked with Moi, he worked with Kibaki, he worked with Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. As per now, he's the pocket of William Samoei Ruto. He's the same person who suspended Ruto in 2008 when Ruto was in the Ministry of Agriculture and he sold 7 billion. Raila suspended him. He didn't return those money. As per now, they're working together. Kenya cannot even be redeemed by Raila Amolo Odinga. Kenya cannot be redeemed by William Samoei Ruto because he has messed. Kenya cannot be redeemed with the Rigathi Gachagua and the likes. Yes. We as Genesis, we have 16 million votes and we are not afraid. I want to tell you for free, we are coming one-on-one to meet these people. Bro, coming 2027, this guy used churches in 2022. He gave pastors something small. He gave them some sweets. Pastors gave in and campaigned for him in churches. He came to Mama Mboga. He knew Mama Mboga is having votes because he's having customers. Can lure for them some small fish, some omena. By 2027, Gen Z have a candidate which is going to meet William Samoei Ruto. But these cocoons, they are gathering together. Nothing.
As we believe that those who aspire for leadership should be discussing how to liberate this country economically.
Okay.
How do you change the lives of our people? Because of what need is it if I'm going to discuss with someone about forming a coalition? And yet, they were part of the odious debt that is strangling this nation. Will they agree to us declaring this debt odious and saying we are not going to pay any debt that was taken illegally, that didn't fund any single project in Kenya? Will they agree to such a conversation? They will not. So let them do their thing. We will market ourselves to the people of Kenya. Our house is self-contained. We have our president candidate, Jimmy Wanjigi, and I'm here, running mate, Willis Otieno. So what are we negotiating with them?
So for you, you don't even have to think about who is the flag bearer, who is the...
Our house is self-contained. It's settled, it's self-contained. We are talking to the people, and we are doing enough that the people will see in the fullness of time. We don't have to react to what other people are doing. Let them also do their game. We are also doing our own game. Safina Party is purely about economic liberation of the nation. Let every campaign define what they represent. Because as we believe, the space that we occupy, it's about the economic emancipation of our people. It's not about positions for individuals. You saw ODM and some of them shouting loud that now they want to be given positions in William Ruto administration. That is their right. They can go and get those positions. Because then they believe that leadership is about positions for individuals. We are not in that space. And we cannot caucus with anybody who is discussing leadership of this nation on the basis of positions to individuals. We have a running president and his running mate. We have an agenda. Our agenda is about economic liberation of the people of Kenya. And we invite Kenyans to get into this economic discussion space. Because of what value is it that if Mbadi is on the table, all Luos are full. If Oparanya is on the table, all Luos are full. That's the politics that they know. That William Ruto eats for all Kalenjins. That is what the traditional politicians know. As we are not in that space, as we believe everybody should be rich, the government should come up with policies that enables the individual, wherever he is, to be able to get economic emancipation. But when Mbadi is sitting there and they are taking illegal loans in the name of the people of Kenya, how does that enrich the poor Luo man in Sindo Beach, in Homa Bay? What it means is that now Mbadi must also come up, after taking that loan, he will come up with a new finance bill that increases the taxes, charges, and levies. For that poor man in Sindo, that man who is crying about economic pain, they are going to ask him to pay more in taxes.
But Mbadi said that is not the case this time.
Write it down. The finance bill is coming soon. They are going to increase taxes, charges, and levies. It is coming. Write it down. That I swear. They are going to increase your taxes, charges, and levies, whether you like it or not. But he can say all he wants to say. But your taxes are going up. But your earning has not increased.
Is it a must that the government has to come up with another finance bill?
But they have to finance their budget. How will they finance it? Already they've told you that their budget for this coming financial year is going to be 4.7 trillion. Yeah. So how will they finance it? Their collections today, on average, on revenue, you are averaging 160 billion per month. Your collections are barely hitting 2.1 trillion. Your debt finance for this year was going to be 1.9 trillion. Next year, your debt payment is at 2.1 trillion. You have a budget of 4.7 trillion. So tell me, how will you finance it without raising taxes? Because it's financed from people's money. So they have to come back to you and ask you to collect, to pay. Yeah.
Range Rover,
$430,000.
$180,000. Lexus LX 600,
$300,000.
$150,000. LC 300,
$200,000.
$100,000. Toyota Fortuner,
$80,000.
$35,000. Prado 250,
$130,000.
$65,000.
I am the president of Kenya, but the president doesn't hold up.
Finish him.
Matiang'i has never been the candidate of any young people. I'm shocked someone thinks Matiang'i is the candidate of any young person. Yeah. We know Matiang'i as the strongman of the Jubilee regime that put this country in extreme crazy debt, as the guy who occupied the office of the deputy president during the Jubilee regime. We know him as the strongman internal security minister. We know him for the Ruaraka land saga. No one knows Matiang'i for any good. Yes, exactly. And the killings during COVID and all of those things. So anyone who thinks Matiang'i is a savior, lost.
Yeah. Kenyans. Hawa ndio wakombozi. Same old monkeys, baboons, gorillas, different forests.
Mama yangu, game over.
Wanauliza kama Kenya na vitu zina happen ni country ikifika 2027 na uko 18 plus tukupate bila kura. Ai, utatuambia unaishi wapi? Utatuambia unataka nani apeleke Ruto nyumbani?
So guys, kitu must go hajui, sasa tumechangamka. Tunangoja finance bill. Tutokea 1 year anniversary. 1 year. Anza kutafuta bendera na firimbi kwenye ulieka. Tafungua store. Because, get ready. Tumechanga, tushapiga pre-game.
Kiongozi wa Kenya kwanza ni nani? Ni Ruto. Kwa hivyo shetani katika hii Kenya ni nani? Ni Ruto. Na ueleze mpaka mjilani yako, ueleze mtoto wako, ueleze mjukuu wako aelewe kwamba shetani wa Kenya ni nani? Ni Ruto. Kwa hivyo kila siku asubuhi ukiamka unasema ashindwe.
Huyu Ruto mumwambie tumechoka naye. Kama inatakana tubadilishe katiba ni kupunguza miaka ya Ruto, sio kuongeza atifike 7. We cannot wait to get an opportunity kutuma huyu mtu nyumbani kwa sababu kazi imemshinda. Ruto tunataka kwanza kupunguza term yake. Kama ingewezekana hii mwaka ingeisha kama huyu mtu amekaa kwa hiyo kiti. Aende nyumbani, kazi imemshinda.
You like me, why them a fight me? You like me, chewing a bomb, bite it.
TJ, bomb them, never stop.
We don't trust them, even if we bust them. We don't trust them, stay far, not touch them. We don't trust them, hope their man not sub them. Informer me say you must them.